In the sunny state of California, near the rolling hills of San Bernardino, lived a man named Lucas Hale. Lucas was known across the city for his wealth. He owned several businesses, drove luxury cars, bought the most expensive gadgets, and lived in a mansion decorated with everything money could buy. Yet everyone who knew him said the same thing. Lucas has everything, except peace. Every morning, Lucas woke up already stressed. He worried about profits, competitors, future plans, and what people thought of him. His mind never rested. His heart never slowed. His life felt like a fast-moving train that he could not control. But just a few miles away, on the edge of a construction site, worked a humble stonecutter named Miguel Rivera. Miguel's world was simple. He woke before sunrise, packed a small lunch, kissed his children goodbye, and walked to the site carrying his old, heavy tools. His hands were rough, his back was tired, his clothes were worn out, but he always had the same expression on his face, a smile. No matter how hot the sun was, no matter how heavy the stones were, no matter how hard the day became, Miguel smiled. People often wondered why. The moment that changed. Lucas. One afternoon, Lucas drove past the construction site on his way to a business meeting. The temperature was high, the sun was blazing, and even the air felt exhausted. As Lucas stopped at a red light, he saw Miguel. Miguel was striking a giant stone with his hammer. Clank, 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 with sweat pouring down his forehead. Yet he looked peaceful, almost happy. Lucas stared, confused. How can a man working that hard be smiling? Lucas whispered to himself. The light turned green, but Lucas couldn't forget the image. The smile on Miguel's face followed him the entire day. That night, Lucas sat in his luxurious home theater, watching a movie, but he could not focus. He had everything a man could dream of: money, success, comfort. Yet the stonecutter seemed happier than him, and that bothered him deeply. Chapter 2. Two worlds collide. The next morning, Lucas did something unexpected. He woke early, wore simple clothes, and drove to the construction site. When he arrived, Miguel was already at work, swinging his hammer with steady strength. Lucas approached slowly. Miguel looked up and nodded with a warm smile. "Good morning, sir." Lucas cleared his throat. I saw you here yesterday. You looked happy, even while doing such hard work." Miguel laughed kindly. "Work is work, sir. We all have our jobs. Why not smile while doing them?" Lucas paused, unsure how to respond. Suddenly, the stone split perfectly under Miguel's hammer. Miguel exhaled with satisfaction. "See, when you give good effort, life gives rewards," he said. Lucas watched in amazement. The man had nothing. No money, no luxury, no comfort. Yet his heart was calm. Lucas asked quietly, "How do you stay so happy, even with all this struggle?" Miguel placed his hammer down. He looked at Lucas with eyes full of wisdom. "Because I learned something long ago," Miguel said softly. "You cannot control the heat. You cannot control the work. You cannot control the world. But," he gently tapped his chest, "you can always control your attitude." Chapter 3. The lesson behind the smile. Lucas was silent. No one had ever said something so simple, yet so powerful to him. Miguel continued. "Life gives us problems. Life gives us pressure. Life gives us things we do not ask for. But God gave us one gift that we often forget: the choice to respond with peace or with stress." Lucas felt something heavy lift from his heart. Miguel's words reached a place that even wealth could not reach. "For many years," Miguel said, "I complained. I hated my life. I blamed everyone for my struggles. But one day, my little daughter asked me, 'Papa, why are you always angry?'" Miguel smiled sadly. That question broke me harder than any stone. I realized I was teaching my family stress. I was teaching them fear. So I changed. I chose happiness, even when life gave me nothing. The construction site was noisy, but to Lucas, everything went silent. The message hit him like a hammer. Miguel, the poorest man he knew, had discovered the richest truth in life. Chapter 4. Lucas's transformation. Lucas went home with a changed heart. He looked around at his mansion, cars, and expensive furniture. For the first time, he realized something. He had luxury, but no joy. He had everything money could buy, but nothing the heart needed. That night, Lucas took a walk around his home. He watched the sunset without thinking about business calls or emails. He felt the breeze on his face. He heard birds singing. He smiled, something he had not done naturally in years. The next morning, Lucas woke early and sat with his family for breakfast. He laughed with his children. He listened to their stories, and he thanked them for being in his life. His wife Lot